Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time. I'm going to do some NFL picks and predictions. Week 10 is officially here for the 2025 NFL season. The season has been flying by. It's crazy. We are over the hump. We're on the downslope right now. We're past the midway point. These games are starting to mean a whole lot more. The teams that have a true playoff possibility here are starting to separate themselves from the pack. We're going to go over all 15 of our NFL games we have coming up this week, and we're going to try to predict the outcome for every single one of them. The winners, losers, final score. We'll also take a look at the best bets today, the money lines, the spreads, the over-runners. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win some of our best games this weekend? Drop it in the comment section. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment below. Click on that link, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Let's jump right into it. The very first game we have kicking everything off is going to be our Thursday night game, November 6th, 8:15 p.m., the prime video game. The 2-6 Las Vegas Raiders coming off that loss to the Jags here. The big news, Geno Smith and a mountain load of turnovers. He has 11 touchdowns, 11 picks. You have to keep the turnovers down, especially going up against this Denver Broncos defense, which is one of the best in the NFL. The Broncos, 7-2. They're at home. They have the home field advantage. Sean Payton, Bo Nix, back to 2024 form. They hit the stride at the midway point of last season, and they're definitely doing that right now. The offense is rolling. The defense is rolling. They're on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak right now. Denver, 73.8% chance to win. Las Vegas, 26% chance. Broncos, 9.5-point favorites. That's a pretty big spread for a pro game. 42.5 over under. Geno Smith here. A lot of pressure on him to keep the turnovers down. Ashton Gentry, they're going to lead on him. They have Tucker. Brock Bowers is back. That's a massive upgrade for them. They're only averaging those 16.5 points. Again, that's obviously not going to cut it. Throwing for 194, only rushing for 89 yards a game. You got to at least rush for about 115 per game to have any shot to beat this Denver Broncos, because they have a pretty good rush defense themselves, and they're giving up 26.3. Denver, 25 points a game. Throwing for 214, running for 134, only giving up 18.4 points per game. Bo Nix doing everything. Mobile, dual threat quarterback. And on top of the rushing game, he has 2,000 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 6 picks. J.K. Dobbins just 5 yards shy of 700. They have too many weapons. They have the defense. They have the momentum. Give me the Broncos win this one, 28-17. Now moving on to our Sunday game, Sunday, November 9th at 9:30 a.m. We're back to playing in Europe. This is going to be our Berlin matchup. We're not in London for once. We're going to be in Berlin on the NFL Network. The 3-5 Atlanta Falcons. Penix actually got the offense back on track this past weekend. They lost it, but they made the game competitive. They'll be playing against the 7-2 Indianapolis Colts, who, yes, they're coming off of a loss, but overall so far this season, in the early portion of the season, this is one of the best teams in the NFL. They've come out of nowhere this season. The offense is playing great. They can throw it. They can run it. They have a really good defense. Daniel Jones is out there looking like Andrew Luck. He's slinging it. He's a dual threat quarterback. He will extend plays, get out of the pocket. He's still keeping his eyes looking down the field. Colts, 69.8% chance to win. Falcons, 29.9%. But when you're playing in Europe, that's not just a road game. Crazy things can happen on the other side of the world. So expect the unexpected. Colts, 6.5-point favorites. 48.5 over under. Falcons, Penix. Penix is going to have a big day here. You don't want to get into a shootout with the Colts because Penix, yes, he's a vertical passing quarterback, but he's not necessarily the most accurate quarterback so far, especially on the intermittent throws. What really stands out, though, is the running back matchup. We have Bijan Robinson, one of the better running backs in the NFL, going up against Jonathan Taylor, who leads the NFL in rushing, 900 yards on the ground, 12 rushing touchdowns. Pittman, Pierce, Daniel Jones, 14 touchdowns, 6 picks, 2,400 yards. Falcons are averaging 17.9 a game, throwing for 219, running for 117, giving up 22.3. Colts, 32.2 points a game, top 3 offense in the NFL, throwing for 258, running for 126, giving up 20.1 points a game, only 87 given up on the ground. Falcons want to lean on Bijan Robinson. The Colts want to take him away from them, completely make him a non-factor. Easier said than done, but the Colts have the defensive line to do it. Force Penix into third and long situations where maybe you can create some havoc in the backfield, create some turnovers. Give me the Colts winning this one in Europe, 27-20. And coming back over to the States at 1 p.m. on Fox, the 2-7 New York Giants. The big issue for the Giants here is obviously they've lost so many of their star playmakers. Scadaboo's out for the season. Neighbors is out for the season. Jackson Dart, since he became the full-time starter, he's actually putting up really good numbers. He can carry this team. Him and Robinson having a good season. But half of their primary production is now gone. They'll be on the road versus the 5-3 Chicago Bears. The Bears much improved over where they were last season. Yes, the defense is still a massive question mark, but Caleb Williams is playing well, looks a lot better than last year. He doesn't have happy feet so far. 12 touchdowns, 4 picks, 2,000 yards. The Bears, 49.7% chance to win. The Giants, a 49 0.9% chance. That's practically a 50-50 split with the fan vote. You can make a very strong case for this game to go either way. The Bears are 3.5-point favorites. 48 over under. New York, 21.9 points a game, throwing for 204, running for 118, giving up 27.7 points a game. They give up 150 on the ground. Look for the Bears, concentrate on that ground and pound, try to open up some play action. Odunze, Moore, Chicago, 26.9 points a game. Pretty good offense this season, throwing for 234, running for 144.4, having a lot of success running, and the Giants do get gashed a lot on the ground. They are giving up 28.4 points a game. So as many points as the Bears score, they also give up a buttload of points. There may be some opportunities here for the Giants to get some points. Try to hold onto the ball as long as possible. Long time of possessions, that's the key. But I think ultimately the Bears are going to win it at home. Chicago wins 27-23. And then at 1 p.m. on Fox, the 1-8 New Orleans Saints, they're holding on to that one win here, guys. They need some type of win. They need some type of miracle. They need some momentum. They've been shuffling quarterbacks back and forth. They got some playmakers here, but obviously with that, there's some trade options. They'll be on the road here versus the 5-4 Carolina Panthers, coming off a win versus the Packers. I don't think there's very many people that had the Panthers pulling off the upset at Lambeau Field versus the Packers. They pulled it off. I've been saying the entire season, if you give Bryce Young a consistent run game, he can work the play action, but he needs that run as a foundation here. Panthers much improved over last season, basically picking off right where they left off the second half of last year. Carolina 66.1% chance to win. Saints 33.7%. Might be crazy to say, but are the Panthers potentially a playoff team right now? It's all going to come down to Dowdle on the ground. Dowdle having a great season, almost 800 rushing yards, opening up that play action. McMillan looks like a steal in the first round. Saints 15.3 points a game, throwing for 198, running for 90, giving up 27 points a game. Carolina 18.9 points a game, throwing for 171, running for 140. They love the ground and pound, giving up 22.8 points a game, which is about 13 less than they were last year. Like I said, much better than last season. Give me Carolina winning this one. They continue to roll. They win 24-17. And this next game is going to be a fun one. Fox at 1 p.m. The 3-5 Baltimore Ravens. They want to get back in that AFC race here. They lost Lamar Jackson a couple games, set this team back. When he went out, they had the number one offense in the NFL, but they also have the dead last defense. The offense fell off without him. Obviously, he's one of the most electrifying players in the entire country. He can throw for 4,500 yards. He can run for 1,000 yards. He does a little bit of everything with a very talented offensive roster. With him back, with him being fully healthy, which he showed last week, this team is ready to take off. They got to take a week-by-week chip their way back to 500. They're on the road versus the 4-4 Minnesota Vikings, coming off that upset victory versus the Lions. J.J. McCarthy came back, actually played pretty good last week, but the question you have to ask yourself, do you think J.J. McCarthy can go blow for blow with Lamar Jackson? Vikings 35.7% chance to win, Ravens 64% chance. Baltimore's 4-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. Lamar Jackson, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, only one pick, and he missed a couple games. Derrick Henry, Flowers, Andrews, likely weapons everywhere. They're averaging 25.3, throwing for 183, running for 136, giving up 27 points a game. On the other side, Minnesota, Mason and Jefferson here. J.J. McCarthy has the playmakers, but he has to play smart. Do not give the Ravens any extra possessions, no turnovers. They're averaging 22.8, throwing for 191, running for 100, giving up 23.3 points a game. Even though the Vikings pulled off the upset, I like Lamar Jackson giving the Ravens some type of breath of life. They win 26-20. 1 p.m. on CBS, the 6-2 Buffalo Bills. The Bills getting back to their winning ways. They finally beat the Chiefs again during the regular season. We always know that's always a massive hurdle whenever they play them. Usually, though, the big hurdle is in the playoffs. If they get to play them again, at least they know they can pull off the victory. You just got to do it in the playoffs for once. They'll be on the road versus the 2-7 Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins 34.8% chance to win. The Bills 64.9%. The fire sale has started in Miami. They've already been getting rid of playmakers. They might be getting rid of some more now through the offseason. Tua here, no turnovers. Don't try to run the ball. Don't do anything crazy, and maybe you can pull off the upset at home. Buffalo, 8.5-point favorites, 49.5 over. And like I said, 65% chance to win this one, basically. Josh Allen, the reigning MVP award winner, 1,900 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 4 picks. He'll also take off and run on you. Cook, almost 900 on the ground. Can get, they don't have a truly great wide receiver. They do need a wide receiver number one, but overall, a talented wide receiver core. Just not a true number one threat. On the other side, they have Waddle, Arch, and they got some weapons. Buffalo, 29.4 points a game, throwing for 224. Running for 162, very balanced on the offensive side, giving up 20.9 points a game. Solid secondary. Only giving up 169 pass yards per game. That doesn't bode well versus a Dolphins team where Tua has been struggling with interceptions. Miami, 20 points a game, throwing for 194. running for 97, giving up 27 points. Again, really nothing's going in the right direction at Miami. Give me Buffalo winning this one, 33-20. 1 p.m. on CBS, the 5-3 Jacksonville Jaguars. They were riding a little bit of a losing streak there, got things back on track, won a very competitive game on the road. Trevor Lawrence, yes, he's not putting up great numbers, but he's more decisive this season, and they need that. Travis Etienne having a great season on the ground, and they're adding Myers. That's a massive upgrade at the wide receiver position. They'll be on the road versus the 3-5 Houston Texans. Obviously, the big question here is CJ Stroud going to be playing this game? Got a concussion last game, might play this game, might not. I hate the unknowns. I hate not knowing who's going to be under center for the Texans, and they need him on offense. Texans are a 48.5% chance to win. The Jags a 51.1%. Very close fan vote here. The fans don't have a lot of confidence in the Jags on the road, even with the questions around Stroud. Jacksonville, they're the underdog. The Texans, 1.5-point favorites, 38 over-under. Very low-scoring game. Houston, with that number one defense, is getting a lot of praise. Jags, 22 points a game. Throwing for 215, running for 124, giving up 23 points a game. Only 86 on the ground. Really good rush defense, and their defense is creating a lot of turnovers. Houston, 21 points a game. Throwing for 212, running for 109. But it's the defense. Deservedly so, they get a lot of praise, getting a 15.1 points a game. Whenever you have a good defense like that, and you're at home, you definitely have a shot to pull off the victory here, and you're the favorites. But I'm going to go Jacksonville. Give me the Jags to continue the momentum on the road versus their in-division rival. They win this one 20-17. This next game is going to be some excellent quarterback play. 1 p.m. on CBS. The 7-2 New England Patriots, number one in the division. The Patriots, since Vrabel's come back to the Patriots, this is looking like a Bill Belichick coach team. They're scoring points. They're playing defense. One of the best defensive front sevens in the NFL. It's something Bill Belichick would love. Drake May, I'm not saying he's Tom Brady, but he's putting up Tom Brady-like numbers right now. Definitely living up to the offseason hype. 2,300 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, only 4 picks. They got the veteran with Diggs here. This team's rolling 6 straight wins. But that also kind of scares you because when you've rounded off 6 straight wins, at some point you know the upset loss is lurking somewhere around the corner. They're on the road versus the 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've been decimated by injuries, but Baker Mayfield continues to find ways to win. Just like last year, the guy's chucking it up and down the field. It doesn't matter who you trot out at the wide receiver position. Put anyone out there, he's going to get him the ball. 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, 6 picks, a lot of injuries. Egbuka's been banged up, Godwin, Evans, Irving, and still they're finding ways to win. Tampa Bay, 57.6% chance to win. New England, 42.1% chance. The Buccaneers, 2.5-point favorites, 48.5 over-under. Patriots, 26.3 points a game, throwing for 238, running for 112, giving up 18.8 points a game, only 75 yards given up on the ground. Like I said, really good rush defense. Tampa Bay, they can score with anyone, though. 24.6 points a game, throwing for 225, running for 98, giving up 22.3 points a game. Never underestimate Baker Mayfield. I've been pulling strong for him this season. Really good story there, especially with the injuries. He's really shown his leadership qualities. But I'm going to go with the Patriots pulling off the upset on the road. Give me New England, 28-24. CBS at 4:05 p.m. The 3-5 Arizona Cardinals. They weren't supposed to win last weekend, guys. They rattled off the upset victory. They didn't have Kyler Murray. They didn't need him. Jacoby Brissett comes in, veteran experience backup. Got a good win. Got the ball to the playmakers. They were able to pull off the upset. They're on the road versus the 6-2 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, they're looking really good this season. Don't look twice. This team has a good offense. They can throw. They can run. Deep running back room. And they're playing good defense. And they're at home here. Everything's setting up for them to win here. But don't forget, there's been a lot of upsets this season. Seattle, 64% chance to win. Arizona, 35.8. Seahawks, 6.5-point favorites. 45.5 over-under. Sam Darnold picking up right where he left off last season. 2,100 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks. They have Kenneth Walker. Charbonnet. Smith-Njigba leads the NFL in receiving yards, almost 1,000 yards, and we're at the midway point. Arizona, 22.5 points a game, throwing for 203, running for 112, giving up 21.4. Seahawks, 28.9 points a game, top 5 defense in the NFL, throwing for 255, a lot of success through the air. Running for 104, they're only giving up 18.8, only 85.9 on the ground. They shut down the run. They put Jacoby Brissett in third and long situations where I think they can pin their ears back, come after him. Seattle wins 27-17. 4:25 p.m. on Fox. We were really robbed from a great offensive matchup here because Jaden Daniels went out, broke his arm. Well, he didn't break his arm technically, but he injured his arm, let's say. Took him out for the season. It's a massive loss here. We would have loved to see Lions Commanders. It is what it is, though. We have the 5-3 Detroit Lions coming off an upset loss, wanting to get things back on track, wanting to get that offense back being going. They had a number 1 offense last year. They have a top 5 offense again this season. They'll be on the road versus the 3-6 Washington Commanders. Like I said, the big news, Jane Daniels not going to be playing. That's a massive loss there. I don't even know why he was in the game anyways at that point. It was already a blowout loss. Marcus Mariota, though, a lot of reps under his belt. He can pull off the upset. He can lead this team. He's done it before. Washington, 34.4% chance to win. Detroit, 65.3%. I just want to see some consistency from the Lions. They look really good one week, and then they look like crap the next week. We know that this is a Super Bowl caliber team. Let's just get it back rolling. Detroit, 8.5-point favorites, 49.5 over-under. Jared Goff putting up great numbers. They have Gibbs, Montgomery, St. Brown, Laporta. There's weapons at every single position. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. They got everything. 29.9 points a game. Throwing for 226, running for 125, 22.3 points a game. Commanders, 22.3 points a game. Throwing for 190, running for 140. Very balanced offense, but they don't have Jaden Daniels. He's the machine behind everything. They're giving out 26.2. Give me the Lions winning this one. I would love to see Washington pull off an upset here, but I don't think they got the horses, especially without Daniels. Detroit, coming off a loss, they rebound with the win. They win 30-21. Then on Fox at 4:25 p.m., the 6-2 Los Angeles Rams. Let's just call it like it is, guys. The Rams are one of the best teams in the NFL, one of the most complete teams, veteran quarterback, good offense, really good defense, really good front seven, and that's what it always comes down to the trenches. They'll be on the road versus the 6-3 San Francisco 49ers. How the 49ers are 3 games over 500, I don't even know. They've had so many injuries this season. The healthiest person on the team has been Christian McCaffrey. What world is this? He's completely carrying this team on his back. 600 receiving yards, 700 rushing yards. He's doing everything. San Francisco, 54.7% chance to win. The Rams, a 45% chance. San Francisco, they might have Brock Purdy back. They might be going with Mac Jones. I don't know that it necessarily really matters because no matter who they roll out there, they're still winning a lot of games. Right now, the Rams on the road, 3.5-point favorites, 49.5 over-under. But what's really exciting about this game is it's a very good coaching matchup. McVay versus Shanahan going at it for another round. Right now, the Rams 26.1 points a game, throwing for 258, running for 112, giving up 15.9. Really good defense, top 3 defense in the NFL. They got the veteran staff for 21 touchdowns, only 2 picks, his most efficient season probably of his career, 2,200 yards. They got Williams at the running back position. They got Nakua. Nakua's banged up again, but if he can get on the field somehow, a really good team. And on the other side, San Francisco 21.6 points a game. Throwing for 255, running for 97, giving up 20.9 points a game, even with the injuries. 3 games over 500. To me, this game, it's a pick-em. It's a toss-up, flip a coin. That's going to be the outcome here. But I'm going to go with the Rams. I've seen a lot more consistency from them, but it's probably just because they've been a little healthier. Give me the Rams pulling off the win here. Close game, 28-24. And our final Sunday night game, but second to last overall game, 8:20 p.m. on NBC, the 5-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. How about Aaron Rodgers? Let's just say this about Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't quite look like, like 2015 Green Bay Packers Rodgers, but he's looking pretty good. 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, 5 picks. He's showing he still has the arm strength. He can still zip it down the field. They're on the road here versus one of the strongest arm quarterbacks, the 6-3 Los Angeles Chargers. Harbaugh, loving the pass this season. They're not running it much, but the passing game's been working. They're pushing the ball down the field. McClonkley, they got the weapons this season. Justin Herbert having a great year, 2,400 yards. 18 touchdowns, 8 picks. Steelers, 37% chance to win. Chargers, 62.7. But I think with the weapons on these teams, with them both playing well, this game's a toss-up. Right now, Chargers, 3-point favorites, 45.5 over-under. Steelers averaging 25.3 points a game, throwing for 201, running for 87. They don't rush the ball very much. That's their largest weakness is they don't have a great ground game. Puts a lot of pressures on Rodgers, puts a lot of pressure on that wide receiver core, and they're giving up 24.4 points a game. Definitely not a Mike Tomlin type team. They give up 278 through the air. The defense has to tighten up. Chargers, 23.9 points a game, throwing for 251, running for 124, giving a 21.4 points a game. This is one of those games, it's a pretty hard one to call. It's 50-50 to me personally. I can make a strong case for the Chargers. I can make a strong case for the Steelers. But why not? I'm going to go with the upset here. Give me the Steelers winning this one on the road, 24-23. Oh no, guys, how did we skip this game? 1 p.m. on CBS, the 2-6 Cleveland Browns. Oh, the Cleveland Browns. Really good defense roster-wise on paper. They just need the offense. For the love of God, get a couple first downs. Get the defense off the field. They can only bend so long before they break. They need help. They need the offense to have a consistent drive. They can have some time to rest. They'll be on the road versus the 1-7 New York Jets. The Jets, 1-7, might get might get the first overall pick in the draft coming up. It's going to be them or the Titans probably. Either way, these teams have some massive holes. Right now, New York, 64.9% chance to win. Cleveland, 34.8% chance. The The Browns are 2.5-point favorites, 37.5 over-under. Cleveland 15.8 points a game, one of the worst offenses in the NFL. Throwing for 174, only running for 89.5. That's not sustainable. Got to get a ground game here, especially when you need to buy your defense some time. And they're giving up 23 points a game. The defense much better than that. They're just on the field the entire game. New York 21 points a game, throwing for 157. The worst passing team in the NFL. Well, second to worst passing team in the NFL next to the Titans. Running for 144, giving up 27.6 points a game, no matter who they rule out at the quarterback position. They're also not moving the ball well, and they give up a lot of yards on the ground. I think that might benefit the Browns here, especially with that Browns defensive front seven bottling up the quarterback. Give me Cleveland win this one, 26-23. And we officially made it to our final game of the Week 10 matchups. We have at 8:15 p.m. November 10th, Monday night, ABC, the 6-2 Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champions here. They're not limping in this game. They're just not quite playing at the level they were last season. Jalen Hurts, yeah, he's had a couple good games, 15 touchdowns, 1 pick, but it's been the misses on the deep vertical passing game. Smith, especially Brown. Brown's been pretty pissed off the last couple weeks. Barkley's banged up right now. The offensive line, it's still good. They still have the tush push, but they're just not playing up to Super Bowl par so far. But this is obviously one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. There's no denying that. Whenever they turn it on, and they will, you do not want to play this team. They'll be on the road versus the 5-2-1 Green Bay Packers, coming off that awful loss this past weekend. But one thing that I have to say about that, I don't think it's that likely that the Packers lose 2 straight at home at Lambeau Field. They're probably due to rebound with a strong performance. That's the way they've been doing this entire season. They look hot, then they play a crappy game, then they get things right back on track. Green Bay, 53.4% chance to win. Philadelphia, 46.2% chance. Green Bay is 2.5-point favorites, 44.5 over-under. Love here. 13 touchdowns, 3 picks. They lost a couple of their best playmakers, but still, Love can do a lot here, and they have a solid overall defense. Philadelphia, 26 points a game, throwing for 193, running for 112, getting 23.1 points a game. Green Bay, 25.8 points a game, throwing for 248, running for 113, giving up 20.5 points a game. But I think the defense is pissed off right now. They want to make up for that close loss last week. They want to rebound. They're going to bottle up Hurts, keep him in the pocket, force him into those difficult passing situations, and see if he can beat you vertically with his arm without a consistent run game for the Eagles. Give me Green Bay winning this one, 23-20. So guys, that's all of our picks and predictions for all of our Week 10 NFL games. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, drop your comments below. Who do you think is going to win these games? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out that pinned comment down there. Click on the link, sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. And as I always say, thank you guys for watching.